We really do believe, while we are in a massive slump right now, we do believe that the three revolutions around crypto that we set forth in our Big Ideas 2022, and you can find that on our website, that they are underway and they will not be stopped. The money revolution, that's Bitcoin, first global, digital, private, rules-based monetary system. DeFi really came of age in 20 and 21. And while the reach for yield went way too far and the leverage in some protocols way too far, and algorithmic stablecoins, as an economist myself, I didn't understand them. It makes sense that they're not going to exist. But DeFi itself has taken off, and we're impressed at how robust the ecosystem has been. A lot of people expected the Terra Luna meltdown to cause a systemic chain reaction, and we're seeing a little bit of that. But so far, the Ethereum blockchain upon which DeFi is built has held up very well. And then the third revolution, which is it's most in its infancy, is probably where the token revolution was in 2017, and that's NFTs. But we do believe that digital property rights, which is what NFTs represent, digital property rights are going to become incredibly important. I know, again, from my economic background, that property rights lift people and countries out of poverty. And we think that the opportunities that the digital property rights will allow creators and many others. We're going to find all kinds of utility, and we can't even think of it right now, just like we couldn't understand quite what DeFi was going to be when tokens first came around. So we're believers, and we think the ecosystem, if it consolidates, that's not a bad thing. We do think that digital wallets are going to be one of the most important outcomes here. They effectively bank branches in our pockets. And we are trying to figure out who's going to be the digital wallet. It's going to be winner take most, or there will be two or three of them. So is it Cash App? So Block is in our top 10. Is it Coinbase? Coinbase is in our top 10. These are going to be huge opportunities. Again, you can find them in Big Ideas 2022. Is it going to be Robinhood, FTX? We don't know. All we know is that the opportunity is huge. There's a cleansing process. We're going to see it regularly. This is very early on in these technologies. And, we were looking, you can see in the traditional asset management world, the reach for yield there. We're wondering if you're looking at spreads gapping out in the high yield market. You're looking at credit default swaps in the market. If you use the MARKIT metric, we're now above where we were in fourth quarter of 18, which was a terrible period for the stock market, moving into COVID territory. And this is true for money center banks as well. We wonder just as much, what did the reach for yield do in the traditional markets that is now being flagged by credit default swaps? And it could be associated with, the leveraged, collateralized loan obligations associated with private equity. And so your comment suggests that we are a generalist portfolio manager making asset allocation decisions. The most important thing we need to do is stick to our knitting. The worst thing that could happen is style drift. When people invest in ARK, they know they're getting truly disruptive, transformative innovation. That's what we offer, and we don't pretend to offer anything else. So when you say risk management, what we do, as I mentioned earlier, is we concentrate our portfolio towards our highest conviction names. That means we are, with the weight of evidence moving us, we are, in some measure, from our point of view, exercising risk control.
Before we continue, help us clicking that YouTube like button and subscribe now to our channel. This shows the algorithm that you valued this information. And it helps us spread that message. Sharing is caring. And now, let's continue.
I have bad news for you. If you're not rich by now, you're screwed. And if you're in debt, you're even double screwed. How so, you might wonder? Well, the sad truth is that you're working your whole life to make someone else rich. The mega corporations, the banks, the politicians, everyone is getting richer. They get your money. And what is even worse, they get your time, they get your life. You are not even in a rat race, you're in a financial prison. But what could a solution for you look like? Honestly, I don't know, but I know what a solution for me would look like. It's very simple. I use whatever money I have and I multiply it with 1,000. This could make my life much easier and probably yours as well. If you have $1,000 available and multiply this with 1,000, I believe that this could solve some financial issue for the one or the other. Of course, if you're ugly, you would have to multiply it with much more than 1,000. My name is Markus Dahn, and this is what I decided to do. I decided to 1000x my money. This is not a joke. I know what you may be thinking. What is this guy talking about? How should this work? This is not possible. Well, I made a detailed video where I laid out my plan. And some clever folks might even want to look at this plan and copy it and do exactly what I do. This is just a little hint on the side. You have two options. You leave, you forget what you have seen. You do whatever you're doing and you hope that somehow you get some other results. Good luck with that. Or you click the link below the video. You enter your email address because I'm not showing this to everybody. You at least watch my video on how I plan to 1000x my money. The choice is yours. Make the right choice. Join me. See what a different future you could have. See at least how I intend, how I plan to do the 1000x. So click on the link below, enter your email address, and I see you on the other side. Your Markus Dahn.